Hey, it's Angie with News OK.
And Becky.
Becky is our Recipe for Health food columnist for the Oklahoman. She's also a registered dietitian, so she knows what she's doing. Now, it is summertime. A lot of people are thinking travel, but when you travel, a lot of times it gets expensive to eat out, and it's usually not healthy. So you have some good ideas for us today.
Absolutely. We're going to be looking at some ideas of a little basket of things you can take with you that are very, very healthy, and also a lot less expensive than things that you can pick up along the road.
Wow, so good snacks.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And we're going to start with an oatmeal raisin muffin recipe, simple to make. I have put my flour in here, and we're going to add our other ingredients. We've got some baking powder, a little bit of salt and sugar, and then seasonings. We are actually using cinnamon and nutmeg, which is a wonderful combination with this particular muffin, and we're just going to sift this through. It's very quick, but and the reason that we do this, it just helps all the ingredients to mix up a little bit better.
Sure.
So this is our first step. This recipe actually has 3 steps. The next step is we're going to use oatmeal. This is the quick cooking oatmeal.
Okay.
We have our oatmeal and whole wheat flour. One of the things that makes this recipe healthy is that it uses part whole wheat flour, it's part all-purpose and part whole wheat.
Nice.
We have raisins. I'm using golden raisins just because that's what I wanted to use today, but you can use the other raisins if you prefer, whichever you'd like. And walnuts, chopped walnuts, and that just gives a wonderful crunch.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a great texture. We're going to mix these together and just stir this in to our flour mixture. And again, we do that in steps just because it helps the ingredients to mix up better.
Definitely.
So we'll fold these in, and then our third step is we have 1 egg in here, and we're going to add the unsweetened applesauce to this, and then we have a little bit of skim milk. And Angie, if you want to pour that skim milk in, it's already measured, you can put that in. That would be great. Thank you. We'll stir this up, and you want to be sure that these are well mixed. Give this a little stir here, and then we'll add this to our other ingredients. And there we go. The batter will be a little bit lumpy. Don't over mix it at all. There we go. That's going to be enough. And this makes 12 muffins that are nice sized muffins. If you'd prefer making the smaller ones, you could certainly make the smaller muffins and have the little mini muffins. You want to fill your muffin tins about 2/3 full.
Okay.
And then we'll bake this at 400 degrees for 18 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
And just until they're done.
Wonderful. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so while the muffins are baking, you actually have another idea for vegetables and hummus?
It's a hummus dip, which is very easy to travel with, and you don't have to be as careful about it getting warm as you do with dips that have a lot of mayonnaise or more perishable dairy products, more perishable items.
Yeah.
So that's good for travel too. We are starting with a 15-ounce can of chickpeas or garbanzo beans. I have drained these, and I'm going to add those here in our blender. You can use a food processor if you would prefer. I have some chopped garlic and tahini paste. And tahini paste is actually sesame seed oil, crushed sesame seed.
Yeah.
And we'll pour this in here. And I always like to remind people that you do keep this in the refrigerator, just so that they will know.
Okay.
And then fresh lemon juice, a little bit of olive oil. And we are adding a tablespoon of water. Now, Angie, we may need to add a little bit more water. It just depends as we work with it. And we'll determine that. Small amount of salt and pepper. And I'm going to use a couple of drops of hot sauce. People can use more or less. That's just individual preferences. We're going to put the lid on here and blend this. Now then, I'm just going to pour this in my container here. We've got a variety of vegetables. There's our hummus. I'm just going to garnish this with a little fresh cilantro. And you can leave it in the whole pieces like I have, or you can shred it up in little pieces if people would like to do that. So here we go.
Yes, let's add this to our other snacks. Okay, so the great thing about this container is you can actually take it with you.
Absolutely. This sits down in the base of a cooler. they have a lid that goes on so you can actually cover the dip. Now, and then of course like the lid that goes on here that keeps everything covered. If you don't have this, a tray like this, people could actually use a covered container for the hummus and put the vegetables in individual baggies. That's fine too.
Sure.
But this is an easy way to be able to pass it around.
Here are our muffins.
Yes, and I put them in little bags. I just like to put them in bags. I think that is a nice little touch. But these are our oatmeal muffins that we fixed. And I
take some of those with you, and you can just take a basket and load it full of snacks.
Absolutely. These are some of the reduced fat mozzarella cheese sticks. Now this would actually go in the cooler.
Oh.
So some of these would, and I put some beverages in here. We have the lower sodium vegetable juices, and then also a wide variety of the small cans of fruit juices, things like that. And plenty of water.
Definitely.
And then some other snacks that I put in here. There are some of the different kinds of
crackers
that are a little bit lower in fat, some of those that are baked. To go on the crackers, we have, besides the traditional peanut butter, almond butters, and sunflower butter, a wide variety of different things. Also, different nuts, and again, I would recommend using those that are unsalted. And I put some hand sanitizer in here, so people will be sure and remember to wash their hands. Just one other thing that I'll show, the little individual cups of fruit. Everything from peaches, applesauce, different things like that. That are just so handy. And then, of course, fresh fruit for the cooler.
All of these are wonderful ideas for when you travel this summer. Stuff that you can take with you in the car with you so that you don't have a tendency to stop when you're at a convenience store and grab some stuff that would not only make you gain weight, but it's just not healthy.
Not as healthy. These are healthier options and less expensive as well.
Yes, less expensive and delicious for sure. Well, thank you so much. So you can get all of these ideas in Becky Varner's Recipe for Health food column in the Oklahoman. Check out the life section and it'll be right in there. And then also, of course, on newsok.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Angie.